could I just say, they keep saying this is the final time that we can get in or out. For instance, if they gave Turkey free access, couldn't we just vote to come out? How can they keep us imprisoned if they change their views and policies?
Well, to admit a new member to the European Union, it has to be a unanimous decision. So we have got a veto over the admission of Turkey. We have a veto on some aspects, very much curtailed. If you look at the issues you could have vetoed way back when we joined in '73, they're very much less. But we do have some vetoes on that. And we have some vetoes on some aspects of defence still. But all the time they are eroded. They're eroded by the European Court of Justice, which is basically set up with the aim of having eventually a United States of Europe. And still we haven't changed the treaties over the euro. The euro actually, in the Treaty of Maastricht, says that all member states are heading towards the euro, except for ourselves and the Danes that have an opt-out. Sweden, which is an economy does fulfill the characteristics to be able to go in, has stayed outside, arguably in contradiction to the treaty. They create some sort of and they fluff it, they flannel it. And that's the same for some other countries. But basically, the things that we can veto are not very great. And what we will find if we stay is, because of the Prime Minister's commitments not to interfere on the euro structuring or on deepening, that they move ever more towards a United States of Europe, and we never really come to a point where we can't. Then somebody like the equivalent of Michael Heseltine argues, or Ken Clarke argues inside a Conservative government, there's no problem, it will also be done inside Labour governments, to go into the euro. And they will go into the euro. Now, at the moment, we have a commitment, we have to have a referendum for that. But actually, under our constitution, it's perfectly possible for a government to say, we will make this a manifesto pledge, and then that overrides a referendum. And that's exactly what Labour asked to be done on membership of the EU in 1983. So they wanted to deprive you of the referendum. Well, it didn't help them. But it is constitutionally capable of doing it. So this business saying we will never join the euro is manifestly untrue. You could either decide to do it and have a referendum and say to people, you know, the eurozone might reform. We might be faced then with purely political decision. The eurozone's okay economically. People say, well, now we can go in. The political ramifications of joining a single currency are huge in terms of becoming part of a United States of Europe. It's a snaffle process that we're watching and observing right at the